Are you ready? Okay, now hurry up.
Are you actually?
I've been waiting for you.
Such a rush for no reason. Tell the kids to shut up there.
No. Ready?
You can pass my nose.
Okay. Stop doing drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Can we start?
Go on.
Lonely Man.
Bro, are you ready?
Lonely Man Podcast. Dabnah, yeah. Not so lonely podcast. With me and Satan. Episode 2. Technically the first proper episode. Because we got through the pilot and we're actually back. Who'd have thought that would have even happened? How are you, Tanya?
I'm alright, thanks.
My new co-host.
Co-host. Sounds so wrong.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Sounds forcing.
Like I'm cheating, but it's still you.
Yeah.
I feel that.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm great, thank you. I don't really get asked that ever, so.
You know why? Because it wasn't give a fake answer anyway.
Are you suggesting that I'm fake?
Mm-hmm.
How much are you suggesting?
A lot.
How much? 100%. How much? Why do you keep whispering? Is this your new thing that you're gonna do?
100%.
Right, anyway, do you know where we're starting? We're starting exactly where we left off, which is the announcement of USYK vs DUBOIS 2. We're going to cover the press conference and just the fight announcement in general.
Yay!
I'll let Tanya start.
Why me?
Go on, Satan.
What, from the time when I was watching the press conference? No, you were sending me messages saying that, someone is trying to get on USYK and everything, you have to watch it.
Get on him?
Yeah.
As in kissy?
No, as in someone's being rude to him.
Someone was being rude to him.
And then you were trying to tell me that you want to watch, and I said, don't fucking watch it until you get home.
And I didn't.
No, you didn't, but you were so tempted.
Well, obviously I watched certain clips to upload them to, but but just like that was the preemptive stuff. Like it didn't spoil anything. Like we wouldn't have known about the push if I wasn't checking it. Blah blah blah. But no, I was holding it off, and eventually started watching it with you scowling at the TV. Do you want to just give the people an idea, and I'll give them the actual information. You can just.
Well, the people that were trying to attack USYK verbally.
Let me see if I can get his name. Hold on. George Fox was the guy.
Whatever
who was going
Fox it is, but he's not foxing at all when he was talking to USYK.
No.
No, he was taking a piss. He was very rude, and I felt like smashing TV when I was watching it.
Okay, but obviously don't take it out of the TV because no TV's getting in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't have to replace it. I have to get another one. Right. So fight announcement. Then there was the push at Wembley, which wasn't part of the press conference that we watched. It was like to get the promo shots, announce the fight, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously at the press conference, their team Dubois bought their pictures of the so-called low blow in the first fight, if you don't know. There's certain people that believe that USYK should have won that fight and become a new British champion, but it was below the navel, which is anything below the belly button. Normally if it's in line, it shouldn't count anyway. So that fight, most of his knuckle fell underneath it, so the ref has given USYK time to cool off, 5 minutes to cool off. What they say in the press conference is that it was low, and then they came with their own pictures, but so did USYK. He came with his own pictures too.
Yeah, he did, and he gave it to them to sign it as well. Well, he gave 2 prints.
Yeah, like the same he done with Fury, where he got Fury to sign a picture of him taking one to the face. So that's his new thing. But it was good to see that he also came locked and loaded. I remember what I was going to say earlier. I wanted you to watch it with me so that you could hear anything in Ukrainian and then translate it to me. I didn't want to hear what the translation on the TV was. I wanted to hear what the real translation was.
I mean,
but that didn't really happen. You couldn't hear anything.
They were translating pretty much accurate, to be fair. But yeah, you couldn't hear a lot.
If there was any like, English motherfucker, or blah, blah, blah. What's he think he's doing, blah, blah, blah.
No, he was quite humble.
But, yeah. And then after, backstage, obviously this is where the clips I've got online are. The teams clashing where Usyk's on just pure smoke. He's offering 4-on-4s, fights outside, street style. George Fox is given to it. He's Don Charles' son. But don't you think it's weird that like someone who hasn't had a professional fight can be telling Usyk whether something is actually a low blow or not? What do we think of that?
Well, it's quite similar to people just watching a fight and having their opinion, but they're not realizing that their opinion doesn't really matter because they're not the ones fighting. So it's quite similar to that, I would say.
Definitely. And it's shocking to think the audacity can ask one of the greats, one of the GOATs, certainly to come up two weight divisions and dominate the way that he has against people who are bigger than him, and only is beating people who are bigger than him. Some little dickhead is telling him he's going to pull his eyes out, rip his ear out, turn his head upside down. The disrespect levels are mental. And also, mostly the people who talk like this are the people that can't do shit. And obviously, I get what you're saying, a street fight's different to a boxing fight, but I mean, if he took down Fury's bigger than this guy, I don't think it's going to take him long. Anything else you want to add?
Not much.
Where's the fire that you had when you was watching it? Where's the fire gone?
Yeah, I mean, if you were...
I thought you'd be raging right now.
If you were playing it right
I thought
now...
you'd be breaking TV screens.
And we were watching it right now and you were asking me the question, that would be completely different. But I went through the disagreement from the Fox guy and I gave a proper support to Usyk, and I just can't wait.
Okay, maybe we have missed something that you will talk about then. Because I need to lean on you for this side. Don Charles calling Usyk a cheat and questioning his religion. When he said, so you are a man of God. If you're a man of God, then you shouldn't lie. I mean, it's obviously disrespectful anyway, but maybe you could take this point.
I don't think, even if someone is religious or not, it's still not right to tell someone that they're doing something right or wrong, because everyone will have their own rules to follow. But if you're calling yourself a certain religion, like Christian or anyone, it doesn't mean you have to follow 100% of what it says on a Bible. You know, you're just believing into what you believe in until you see and when it happens to you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you have to be there telling to people, oh, you know what, I'm a Christian person and I'm going to do what a Bible told me to do, as in I had to do a certain punch, I had to do a certain look. It just did not make sense because that was very disrespectful from, what was his guy name?
George Fox.
Was it the one?
His name, apparently, yeah.
Oh,
what?
no.
Don Charles.
Charles.
The trainer. The trainer was Don Charles.
And when obviously Usyk was telling him that he believes in Jesus.
Yeah, he was saying Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah. Jesus, that's what he said. The other guy just got quiet because
he thought he was saying jealous, and he was like,
Yeah.
jealous of what?
Jealous of
Jesus.
And then he just shut up because he knew that he's probably having the same religion, and they will be talking about something similar, but it will be completely different mindsets, because one trying to prove and one trying to just live the life, you know. You
could hear the shake in his voice when he was speaking to, which means he wasn't standing on his business. Like, if you've got something to say, then say it, make it very clear. But you could feel it in the air.
Plus, I think what was actually wrong is that the sport in overall was created for everyone, for every nationality, every religion. So whatever he was mentioning, it was a completely, I don't know, wrong way to say that, because everyone deserves to be in a sport no matter what religion or nation you are.
I just think it's harsh as well for Don Charles to question him when Usyk wasn't the one who was reffing that match. He only done what the referee let him do. So how has he cheated in any form anyway? But just to question someone's religion anyway is, don't just think in boxing, in every aspect of life. That is fucking mental. And then to do it on a stage like that, he not only managed to look like a fucking idiot, but I mean, he got a backlash for it. But you know, if you go around saying things like that, could be a long day for you down the road for sure. So yeah, next note, Tanya's pissed. That was just you basically, you were supposed to go off here, and I was supposed to be like, hey buddy, calm down, everything's fine, blah blah blah. But maybe because it was a bit ago now, probably don't have the same fire that we normally would have.
Maybe with a new press conference when you're gonna watch it.
Possibly, yeah. We are recording this later than we planned. But like most of my YouTube career, I'm chasing the last video. But hopefully we get some fire here. Next note, baby's starting to kick.
We mentioned that.
No, they were little pitty patter, wavy.
Flattering.
I'm talking
Ninja kicks.
Getting the shit kicked out of you every day. So this is over to you.
Well, the baby obviously growing and is definitely not having enough space anymore. Even though I'm getting bigger.
You wouldn't think, would you? Sorry.
Great.
I'm joking.
And normally it's during the evening times, most closer to night time when I'm going to sleep and I'm laying down on the side, and you can actually visibly see and feel it as well. So it's getting harder and harder, especially when you just touch my...
Oh, where are we going here? It's getting harder and harder when you touch
uterus.
Blah, blah, blah. I mean, where are we going now? How deep are we going? Keep it PG, this family podcast.
You spat.
Sorry, see, spitting, getting hard, you know, keep it PG, right?
How do you feel when you feeling the baby moving much more?
Yeah. Do you know, it's so nice when I get asked questions, because I'm just like, I have to keep carrying this show. Thank you. We're starting to cook now, so it's fine.
Keep your blush away.
Huh?
I said keep your blush away.
Stop it. No, I think it's amazing. Obviously, I don't feed it like you do. It's a different feeding. You get to have that experience and that connection and build it up and feed it constantly. I'm more like a in and out kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I'm still doing what I was doing. I'm trying to... the Messiah, the noise of the world. I don't feel it like you do. So, but I'm trying to catch it out, and I'm doing quite well.
Especially when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waking up and all I feel is just your hand on my stomach.
However, I will say, like, when I'm off, you'll just recenter it, and I'm just like, is she doing that so I do feel it, or is she doing that like, yeah, you're not feeling that for an hour. Imagine every time I haven't felt it, it's just because you've moved it the other way. No, but I'm just saying, there's a good chance. I would have
told you. No, I'm moving into the better place so you can actually feel it better.
Yeah, no, of course. Of course you are.
What was that look for?
No, I'm just saying. It's food for thought and a possibility that has run through my head numerous times. No, it's great, and it's getting stronger. The kits are getting stronger. Doing discos at night time.
Definitely.
Break dancing in the morning. Some mornings.
And
now it's just like straight chilling when you're working now.
Yeah, because it's just rocking inside.
And it'll be rocking outside.
I'm talking about falling asleep when you're rocking a baby.
Oh, I thought you meant rock out, motherfucker.
Well, that will definitely come.
Rock out will come. It's good. Good wordplay. Anything else you want to add about the kicking and the Antichrist that is growing inside you?
Probably just when I'm not feeling, for example, 5 kicks within an hour, I'm like, oh, that's a bit odd. Is the baby asleep inside? Is the baby alright and everything? And I'm just questioning you as well, if it's okay, when I know you're not going to know 100%.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you was questioning how many times I've kicked you and stuff like that day. And I have stopped that strictly since we found out. But before, kick-ups were very welcome.
Very welcome.
A little domestic abuse joke there. There you go. Have that. Keep it... Whoa there, boy. Whoa there. Keep it PG. Sorry, go on.
You said it, not me.
I know.
You said it. You've done it to yourself.
It wasn't me. It was me. I was doing a character then.
But no, it's going great. Just don't want to jinx it. Don't want to get too excited. Just want to feel it whenever I'm feeling it. If I'm feeling the baby moving a bit more faster, I just want to stop and just let my body feel it more, breathe deeper in and out, so the baby calms down as well, because it could be my stress, it could be work related, it could be my heart rate or anything. But yeah, it's great. It's been great so far.
No, it is good. And then we was going to talk about obviously the baby scan, and we would have known the gender, but we chose not to until the Saturday.
Did we tell?
So Thursday we was going to find out.
Yeah, but did we tell in the previous one what we're having? Who we having?
No, you tried to carry on saying this about 7 times, and I had to stop you.
Right. Okay.
For 8.
So we had a 20-week scan, where they check in all the limbs, the heartbeat, the heart.
She's saying limbs there.
Limbs. Okay. Brain and everything, the blood flow, the cords and everything, just to make sure the baby's growing fine. And when they were checking the baby, well, when the doctor was checking the baby was so active as well, and would place arms above the head, like we both are sleeping, or mainly you, or the leg a little bit crossed or up. That's how I'm sleeping as well. Then we saw little feet, and then we laughed with the face that we saw, because the doctor scanned it from the front, so we could see like a splash face. Was quite creepy, but it was quite cute as well.
Well, it looked like something from a cartoon, like you know, like when you're in cartoons and they go face into something and they give you that front on perspective where everything's squished and big and it looks like one fat egg. That's what we were looking at, basically.
Yeah, that did look as well. And then you telling me that you apparently
yeah, I thought I saw Willie. I was wrong. But we'll get on to that. We'll get on to that. I want to make sure we keep it in order. So basically, we chose not to know, but we could have known, because that's what that scan was.
Yeah, we did tell the doctor to send the message to one of my friends who was making a cake for us to reveal the gender. And the doctor was so confused because apparently he didn't know how to use iPhone and how to delete the messages. But finally he figured out, and he sent the message. And
well, he actually said first, if you remember, do you want me to text it or voice it?
Oh, voice it.
And you looked at me like you was considering it, but you didn't realise what he just said. Obviously, if he'd have said it, you would have known what it was. And I was looking at you like, you taking a fucking piss? Say no. Wow. It took you a little while, but that's probably baby brain. Now,
I mean, I'm struggling right now because I do remember, and I don't remember this as well.
Well, yeah, I'm not making it up. It happened.
No, I know it happened.
You know, when you say things like that, people are going to think like, do they even have a kid? Is this a legitimate story and life that they are living? Or are they just...
Nah, guys, I do look like a rugby ball.
Is this just a parody of somebody else's life?
Yeah.
What is life? Anyway, it's too deep a question. Yeah, that's what that was. We went to the park after.
We did. We enjoyed a little shade under the tree with all the caterpillars around.
That was just before you thought you could still walk a marathon.
Yeah, and you ran from the bee.
I ran from a bee. Bees always after the honey.
Right, but not the cab drivers when you have to wait. Oh, the cab driver was hideous.
The worst one.
It was. How can you say that he turned on the AC when it was just blasting a hot air from the conditioner? Is it conditioner?
Air conditioner.
Air conditioner, yeah.
Then we go on to your birthday surprise. And it starts here. Blindfold and Uber journey.
So basically, I was waiting for you to come back from work. I was fully ready for the first time.
Yeah, that was the most shocking
And then
part.
you told me that we have to wait for an hour and a half still. I'm keep on texting to my mom. I'm saying, I don't know where the fuck are we going. I don't know what we're doing. And then you turn around at me and you're like, have you got a swimsuit? I said, no, I don't. And I said, have you got your towel? And I said,
towels.
Why do I need it?
I said armbands too.
Armbands as well.
Basically, I was trying to throw her off. I was throwing some red herrings in there. just for you to not fixate on what we was doing, even though you were completely blindsided anyway.
So I'm really thinking that we're going somewhere far away. I'm really overthinking how many times will I have to need to wee, if I'm allowed to drink water when I need to be hydrated, because it was quite hot on that day as well. And I'm just there in so many questions, but nothing is happening. And then...
Well, I wasn't helping saying it was like a 4-hour journey too.
Exactly. So imagine me thinking, where the hell I'm going to find a toilet?
Minimum an hour and a half, I said as well.
You're lucky I didn't go to the pharmacy to buy myself Pampers.
He couldn't do that even if he was driving backwards.
Jeez. And then you tell me that we are ready. We go downstairs.
Everything's normal.
Everything is normal.
Carrying the stuff down is normal.
And then you just fucking drop the bags. And you're like, stay here.
I drop the bags, the beers, and I whip out a massive scarf. But I only whipped out the scarf because I couldn't find the bandana or like a
For the reference,
an eye blocker.
The scarf was winter scarf.
Oh yeah, it was a winter scarf. It was a proper cotton.
So imagine when it's so hot outside, I've got my beautiful makeup on for the first time. I've done so well. My hair was the...
No, sorry. It's just thinking of that.
My hair looked good as well. And then all I feel is just the wool scarf around my eyes, around my hair being tied up inside the scarf as well. And you're telling me to put my earphones inside. And I said, why didn't you tell me to put my earphones inside first? You're like, oh, that would be so much weirder. You
would have been suspicious. That's what I would have thought.
But putting the scarf on me, it's not suspicious.
Yeah, but if you take away someone's eyesight, it's game over already.
And then...
I picked the less of two evils first.
And then you grab the bags.
Yeah.
And you turn around and you're like, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Just walk.
I forgot you had to. I forgot your eyes were covered. I was like, come on, like she had visual sight.
And I said, I cannot. And you were like, why? I was like, are you taking a piss?
And you need to say, I've gone, oh. And then I've pulled you in. I was the nicest man. I said, I know.
Was a lovely nan.
Yeah, man.
Man. What did I say?
Nan.
Nan.
Just glad you said nan. It could have been very similar to another word. He got out, and I said, I know this looks really weird, but it's like a surprise, and she's gonna realise where she's going. And he was like, I think he just wanted to get rid of us.
Probably.
He was like, we need to dump these in 20 minutes, and I need to go and carry on with the rest of my life and get away from these motherfuckers. Nice journey. I'm recording you the whole time.
I don't have
in
the
there
videos.
too. Yeah, I'll show you and send you them.
God.
I'm laughing my head off. I'm sending them to your dad. He's laughing. Your dad's like, what do you think of the journey? And I was just like, I'm creasing. Daniel thought she could work out where she was going. This is the brilliant part.
I mean, I was aware of where we are for like 10 minutes and then I lost it.
Yeah, well, I don't think you ever knew, but...
Yeah, and then we arrived. You're telling me to take my headphones off. I can hear the poor driver just pulling out the stuff and saying thank you. And I'm like, well, whoever you are and where you are, just thank you as well. And then you tell me to wait a little bit because you were pulling out the camera.
Well, this is when we was going to transfer to the limo, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, you did say that it's a different transport to use after. So I'm literally thinking that it's going to be a different car to go inside. But then you tell me to take off the blindfold, and the way you stood, it was just in front of a different house as well. So I'm opening my blindfold and I see a completely different house that I'm not really recognizing. But then I look more to the left and I'm seeing my family's house. And then I look more to the left and I see my dad's car. And like, surprise, it's a weekend over your family. And I was like, oh my God.
And you made that sound less glamorous than it was.
Well, there was you for to do that.
You was craving your home foods, right? So I said, what could we do that is cheap, that won't really cost anything, where someone will have us for a little bit and you can get everything you want, which is what you actually wanted, was a bit of time similar to what we done at Christmas. But
I would have come up to that as well.
But during the summer.
Yeah, because
but
my
it never would have happened if it was left to you.
No,
No,
not
I'm
really.
just saying. I'm not having a go. I'm just saying.
No, because my mom keeps on sending. Well, we do send pictures to each other of the dinners, and sometimes she cooks something that I know I can cook, but mother's food is something different. Especially from childhood, especially if she still has the grandparents' recipe, and you're just like, oh my god, I wish I could have that, but you cannot because even though you're just following the recipe, it's still not going to be the same, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I would just keep on telling to my mom, I really want that. And she was asking me what I want for my birthday. And I said, I don't want any gifts. And she was like, but what do you want? So instead of saying the gift, I actually told her that I want a dish, which was like chicken meatballs with layered into lasagna, but in between there was cheese and mushroom creamy sauce baked in the oven after.
You can just say what it is.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, right, okay.
I mean, I know it says котлеты под соусом, which translates as meatballs under the sauce. That's what it is. And she was like, are you joking? That's not a gift. And I was like, just put a fucking candle in the middle, you know, make it a cake and just sing happy birthday to me. I'll be more than happy.
Serve me it from a bucket, please.
And then I remember...
Feed me with a slingshot.
And I remember on the same evening when she actually started making that food and she cooked it and she took it out. She was like, I don't have a candle. I said, that's okay. Just give me a double portion for that.
Yeah, so when we got there, took you outside. I've explained what we're doing.
Yeah, you did.
Or pretty much, because the plans did change majorly throughout the weekend. You did get your meatballs.
I did get my meatballs.
And then I was going to ask you, like, I don't remember what happened that evening, but I just remember loads of drinks.
No,
but I don't remember.
Before that, during the daytime, we went to school to see my sisters.
That was it, yeah. Oh no, yeah, no, it's a surprise sister.
Yeah, they're both in primary school, and the middle sister, she was having like a running competition because they were trying to raise money to go to was it Chelmsford Zoo?
It's one
or
of
Colchester?
The zoos, like Colchester.
No,
Zoo,
Chelmsford Zoo, I think.
Yeah.
They wouldn't go to Colchester. Yeah, to Chelmsford Zoo. So it was very hot, and bless them, they were running for like 45 minutes.
It wouldn't have mattered if they didn't, because they were all winners. So.
Still, would you like to run for no reason?
I mean, if I was told that I was a winner, I wouldn't even bother running, because what would be the need?
But it was not for the winning, as in like the title. It was to raise the money.
If they all grow up thinking everyone's a winner, life's going to be a shock.
No, it's basically instead of just asking parents to give money, because parents are working every day, they were running for the money, as in it was their job to do that.
They should have had a camera and a judge on every child, analysing their every single movement to see who did truly win. That's so weird. Because that is the only fair way, and the only way that we're ever going to find a real and true winner.
And the cutest moment was because my sister thought that it was just my mum that would be there cheering as always. And then I remember across the field, she's waving at mum, and then we started to wave, and she just like squeezed her eyes, trying to see who it is. And then when she saw us and realizing it was us, it was the happiest face I've ever seen on her. And then once she finished running, she was eating strawberries, and then we went to pick up the youngest one. She had her stickers. She was saying that she'd done well. She hugged you as well. And then we went back to home. They had food and we had an ice cream.
Oh yeah, slush puppy as well.
Yeah.
Come on.
When you were like, oh yeah, I don't want an ice cream. It actually got a little bit cold, and then we got we got in front of the ice cream van, and then you were like, can I have an ice cream? Oh, can I have a slush puppy?
See, now I've realised with that, it's definitely always one or the other. You can't have both. Because then, like, you finish the ice cream, you're like, oh, I'm full, like, that's filled the spot that it needed to fill ice-wise. And then I look at this slush puppy, and it's just more sugar. And I'm just like, I'm going to be bouncing off the walls in a minute. And then I got halfway through it, and I was just like...
You should have put, like,
so
vodka inside.
Are you trying to encourage me to drink, or
No, but that would be
everyone
nice.
needs to find a girlfriend like you, a fiance? Sorry, what save? Everyone needs to find a beautiful wifey like you, because you should just, you know, when I come home from
Keep
now on,
saving
just
yourself.
crack open that beer and give it to me, because that's essentially what you're saying. But yeah, get yourself a wifey for lifey like this one. And then dinner, I can't remember what happened after dinner.
So
Dad got back.
yeah, Dad came back. You guys started to drink.
A little bit of whiskey, probably.
No, I think you were just on beers. No, you did go to drink whiskey. And then we were listening to music.
Oh, yeah.
We were sharing... Well, they were sharing first a song that will represent their relationship in a family. Then you showed your mum and dad's song as well.
Yeah. I just killed a moth in front of Tanya.
Well, you kind of rubbed my chest, you know?
Not for the first time.
Is that a limp?
Is that a limp? Did he say limps or
What's
limbs?
that? No, please take that off.
No, I promise you. I got it all.
Yeah, that could have been its shit.
Aren't you lucky to have a boyfriend like me? Just as an absolute just slayer. Like, thank you, my king. You're my hero.
Thank you, but you kind of scared me. But thank you, you're my hero.
Thank you. You don't have to say that. Thank you.
Anyway, then Mum and Dad asked to share a song from us, and we kind of disagreed on ours because I had one, you had another one.
Because we've got so many for each other, you know what I mean?
And then we finally found one which actually represents, well, not three of us.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, now.
It was on the subs bench.
Yeah.
But now it
makes more sense.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's number one.
Yeah. 100%. And then I got tired. And you and my dad
Get off the stage, you stink.
Then you and Dad started to talk about football for like 45 minutes. Me and my mum got a little bit like, what are we saying
jealous
there?
you can't get involved with the lads. Oh, sorry.
And then you lot went outside the kitchen to continue. And you continued for another 3.5 hours.
Happens, though.
I stayed...
Mistakes happen.
I stayed inside the living room just watching my documentaries and everything.
Giving me shit via text. Your little cold messages. Oh, I guess I'm on my own then.
I didn't say that.
Oh, I guess I'll just sleep on my own. Oh.
Well, let's
go.
come.
People text tonight.
Oh, really? Let's go there then. You told me you will come and check on me every half an hour.
Yeah, I'm a liar.
What did I say before we started this podcast?
Snake.
No, that you got a mask on.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. What now or then?
Yeah, all the time.
Right. Let's move it on. Next day, we
Waking up at 7.
Right, so just for context, I'm on holiday, yeah? I'm on a week off.
Me too.
Let me do my bit and then you can do your bit, right? I'm just like, I'll kick the shit. I'll get up early around 10, 11, 12. I was wrong.
Early, 10, 11, 12.
It's every morning, just like, and I'm a sleeper inner, right? I don't really like getting up, if I'm honest. I'm lazy. I like it on the phone. Doing my own like personal stuff and that, and I'm just bothered every morning for 4 days.
Because we were because we were having a sleepover in, downstairs in the living room, and whenever kids do wake up, obviously they need the room so they can have breakfast and everything. Don't give me that face.
That's what the kitchen's for, though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
There is
I'm
no
just saying.
table.
Huh?
There is no table over there.
Eat off the floor.
Oh, you might as well start now. Want to end this here? No? I know how to press the stop button. And I know how to do the delete one as well.
Let's go. No, we can't do this again. We've barely just got to it from last week. Yeah, go on.
Go on, keep moaning about your mornings.
No, I'm just saying I wanted to stay in bed till 11 or 12. I'm not backing down from that point.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen.
No, it fucking didn't.
We got up, I made French toasts.
Well, you made some people
Coffees.
French toast. Some people got fucking nothing.
Yeah, because kids had priorities. And you just had a coffee and you fucked all outside.
Well, this is it. Because you disturbed my morning routine.
I disturbed.
I disturbed yours. By
You need to know exactly what's going to happen when you're
Getting
staying
out
at my
of there.
parents' house because kids are coming as a priority.
Hey.
And you will soon realise that as
Yeah,
well.
but our kid, is very different. Mm-hmm. Anyway, then we went to get the balloon.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'll leave that to you because you struggled with it. Bless you.
We took my sisters as well. We went to Costa Coffee.
Got some frappes.
You got the frappe. We got the chocolate frappe with no caffeine for my sisters. Muffins and the juice for them. And then we were walking down to Card Factory. The lady was so picky and nosy to find out, is it for me? Is it for us?
He was chatting to her a little bit. I was like, yeah. I was as leave me alone as I normally am.
My sisters were going to us and showing things as in like, oh, this is nice, can we have that? This is nice, can we have it? And you went, of course you can, she's gonna buy it.
Yeah. I'm an enabler and an encourager. So
then we had to give a call to my friend again so she can tell the counter lady what we're having and who we're having.
And when you stop looking at the storeroom door,
I didn't look. I don't know where you get that
eventually-
from.
What? Why would I make it up?
Well, it's
What
you.
kind of insane person
It's
would make something?
you.
But you were leaning over the counter. You was watching her go into the back, and you could have found out that.
No, I wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
No.
Then we had to set it up. Whole fucking disagreement of whether it's going to be cake or balloon, and I'm just like, these guys not realise that this is all for my social media.
No,
Like,
you're missing one point.
what?
We were taking the balloon and the lady,
Oh yeah.
and the lady came to me and she was like, well, be careful because it's hot outside and the balloon is black. It might burst. So as soon as we came out the shop, I say to you and my sisters, if we hear the pop, we all turn around and I hide it.
The pop of the balloon.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
What else?
Wanted
You
to
from
make-
the frappe?
From the milk.
Mm-hmm.
Save that for another day. But you're crossing a line now. Okay. I might have crossed one earlier. You're all crossing one now. Because I know how to cancel the podcast and blah, blah, blah. You're struggling with it on a bus.
Oh, I couldn't. There was not much space as well. The balloon was flying around. You didn't kill it.
No, that's his brother.
No, that's again the same moth.
Look, we'll have to deal with that.
Anyway, we were on the bus. We were coming home, and then I was trying to hide in every single shade. Sisters were trying to help as well. Bless them. They tried to touch it every single time. Then we got home. We put it aside inside the cold room, and then was it the barbecue night? It was.
Well, yeah, it is, but obviously that's all set up later. So I was going to say, was the best thing I thought we done was the content leading up to the gender reveal, which obviously will be in my vlog come the end of the month. I just think, number one, some of the best stuff we've ever filmed. Number two was just so like team girl, team boy, like everyone turned up in their different colours,
I was so disappointed with my sister's husband when he said he's gonna wear pink, but he turned up in blue.
Yeah.
And they brought us balloons as well, saying it's a boy.
Well, the thing is that they come to their senses, really. If you think about it, Then we set up. Oh no! Then we done the gender reveal. So I'll leave that to you.
We done the gender reveal, so everyone is just. So me and you are standing with the balloon. My mom and dad are standing with the cake because we had the cake when you have to light it up from the middle, so it could tell us who we're having and what we're having. And then as soon as my mom lighted it up, and from the top, it's just like coincidence, I would say. It started to burn on the blue part of a stork bird, is the way it is. That brings the babies. Stork?
No idea what you're trying to say.
Stalk. I'm pretty sure it's stalk.
Okay. I can find it out. This is what she means.
Stalk.
Carry on.
Yeah,
then.
that one.
I didn't even know that was a bird.
It is a bird. It's apparently the ones that bring the babies. So the stalk was blue. As soon as I saw the blue, I started to scream to you, pop the balloon, because I couldn't believe that it's a boy. And as soon as you pop the balloon, I saw the pink confetti, and then I looked at the cake again, and the stalk was carrying the baby girl. And obviously, I knew I was right.
Shocking. But remember, she's going to listen to this one day. So let's be really... Yeah. Wasn't we so happy?
Well, I was.
And then, I'm saying I was elated. So from my point of view, I've obviously seen it.
Careful, she's kicking
I've
right
seen
now.
it. There's a little bit of blue. I'm like, oh my days. I'm never going to let Tanya forget this, right? Because I only cared that I was right and I was wrong. And I've never been more happier to be wrong.
The confidence you had to pop that balloon.
And then I've, boom! Thinking, all right. And then it's just pink. And I'm like, oh, even better. It's a girl. This is amazing. This is everything I've ever wanted.
A little princess.
And then that was overshadowed very quickly by like the realism and the protectiveness, and everything just went up another 46 levels. I was like, oh my days. Then it was a whole process. I was dead quiet, and yeah.
Well, then probably my question will link to this topic as well.
Well, what are we? You want to do that now?
I mean, it will link to it now. So how did your mindset change, or if it did change, after finding out that it was a girl instead of a boy?
Well, I'll first of all, are we sure the doctor's 100% right?
Yeah.
There's no like last minute willies coming, like.
No, a willy can fall off.
So we're sure.
Yeah, we are sure. Unless you want to take me to the private.
We're sure. No, so obviously in my head, I never really actually knew what it was. But what I did say from day one, and I'm not backing out, I did think that it was a boy, like initially, but I never really once settled on any one thing. But what I did do was double down to everyone else that I spoke to that it was a boy. So when you're that far deep in, you can't backtrack. So I just doubled down. Because I kept on saying it was a boy, I almost believed it. So then I was thinking about, like, me when I was a kid, you know, like, more similarities and how not easier. Any baby's hard, but I know what to do with a boy, or at least I think I'd know what to do. And then with a girl, when obviously I found out it was a girl, and I genuinely could not be happier, I was like, it just feels like it's gone up another level. Like it's
the
hard.
Responsibility.
It's hard to explain. Like, I would have protected the boy, but the boy would have fallen off his bike, and I would have gone, get up. If the girl falls off the bike, I'll probably try and murder the planet. You know, just to give you an idea of how far I'll go. That's the only way I can explain it to make sense to someone. And now, obviously, when I see parents walking their daughter to and from school or whatever, I'm like, oh, rah, I'm going to have one. And it has opened up my heart more. But it's also scary because I know women, and especially not only what I've done to women, but what they've done to me. The difficulties, and the reason I say I'd feel more in touch with a boy is because I've been one. I haven't never been a girl.
Yeah.
Hopefully that answers your question. But genuinely, I was just shocked that I was wrong. I know this sounds so weird and so obvious, but that was it. But then I was thinking, she's going to listen to this one day. She's going to see the content one day. I can't go, oh, bro. Even though that would be funny and explained, I didn't want to ruin anyone's part of that moment.
Just say you lost your Nando's.
Well, I've lost bets.
You did?
I've lost dinners. I've lost a lot. But I've gained everything that I've wanted. That's not bad, eh? Whee! What about you? The same question, but for you.
Well, I always used to tell you that I wanted 3 boys in my life. as to be my sons. But then I was also convinced at the beginning that I will have a boy first. Convinced that I will have a boy. But then I started to look at clothing. I started to look at proms and everything, and just designs and all that. And I'm like, well, I'm warming up to girls. And then when I did find out, when we did find out that we're going to have a girl, I was actually more happier, because I did tell you with my two little sisters, for the reference, I've got 9 years old and 5 years old sisters. I took care of them when they were born, so I know what to do with girls more
relieved in that sense.
Yeah, more than boys, because I do have my brother, cousin, but I was there for a certain time. I wasn't there for the whole life, but with my sisters, I'm still there, and it was from the day one, so I'm feeling a bit more ease, like
at ease.
Yeah, at ease that we're gonna have a girl, and I know what to do. Don't get me wrong, every single parent and every single child is different. You might have the most craziest crying baby ever, or the most quiet one. So it depends.
Hopefully it's a quiet one.
Not with you. Not with you and your energy.
So yeah, we had that, obviously nothing but vibes and celebrations. Had that barbecue. We had the cake. I eventually tried the cake about 3 days later. Mm. We had a whole table with the food.
Barbecue.
Lots of garnishes and that. More drinks until late for the second day. And this, I would say, was more like the culture songs and certainly the baby songs after. I remember being so waved at one point, I just started putting on baby songs, like songs that I wanted to sing or rap or do to my little girl. And I just sat there the whole night going, baby, baby, baby. But it was a long day, like, it was a lot. And then Sunday, breakfast, we took the dog to the woods.
Fuck that dog, honestly. He went inside, what is it, mud? There was basically a massive pipe in woods.
Yeah, it was like a rabbit hole, but just like full of dirty pipes.
Yeah,
like,
it stunk of shit.
Stained the dog.
So bear in mind, he's golden brown colour. He turned black.
Yeah.
He literally did.
He really did.
And then he tried to jump on us. He tried to jump on everyone around in woods as well.
Keep cutting up the bike
of my sister as well. And then when we got home, my dad took him to to the bathroom. Well, he was refusing to wash him at first because we were trying to go to the pub.
Yeah. Trying.
And then all I can hear from upstairs was like, well, dog's name is Tyson. He was like, Tyson, for fuck's sake, because he started like wiggling around, and so the wetness got my dad, and the dog was just dead for like 4 hours, as in like deep asleep. And then we got ready. You were excited to watch West Ham on TV.
What? West Ham versus Tottenham. Not on TV, on legal streaming services. So yeah, we had burgers, we had cheese donuts, we had a table full of food in the pub, but most importantly, to watch the football. Do you want to review the food?
Oh, what
this
did
is
we
more
have?
your bag than my bag. We had nachos,
chili nachos,
donuts,
cheesy donuts,
whatever you ordered.
You had wings as well.
Chicken wings.
Then I had the double beef cheesy burger. Yeah. You had it was like a double beef
like
burger
Big
as
Daddy
well.
Or something.
Yeah, with like caramelized onions and bacon as well, and the ring on the top too. I was having an apple juice. You were having beers. My sisters had like ice creams that could actually build themselves.
Yeah.
My dad had a sizzling steak. Mom had... What did she have? I think she had a piece of chicken as well.
She had loads of chilies.
Yeah, and she tried to blame that on me. I just went there to take a picture.
And then you filled her plate up with chilies.
I didn't.
I saw you do it.
Where did I get them from?
I was going to ask you that.
And it was freezing cold as well.
Yeah.
Then we got home. They continued to not celebrate, but just enjoy the time with the people we've met in the pub.
Yeah. I was on a burnout here. I was pretty tapped out. I can't do 3 or 4 days straight drinking,
Especially with my family.
Just can't. Just not built that way. I don't really want to be that way either. And obviously, no disrespect to anyone who does do it. I'm just saying, I'm trying to get off it, not on it. And yeah, that really took a toll on my. So we was in kind of like a lazy, lethargic kind of like our own vibe kind of thing, and we realised where we wasn't necessarily the vibe that we needed right then.
I mean, we did pop in to
we
just like
popped
say
in,
hi, alright,
said hello, made sure everyone was okay. I bought myself some shandies. We bought a load of sweets.
Yeah, we did.
We went and ate them upstairs while we watched the Beta Squad video. Just a nice little vibe.
The jelly babies.
The jelly babies hit, and then I mean, we drew 1-1 to Tottenham. I can just rattle through this if you want. Yeah. West Ham versus Tottenham 1-1. Battle of the shittest teams. Why don't we just call it the El Crapico? Shocking first goal to give away. Don't know what the defence was doing. I didn't realise that 5 people could have no heads. Headless chickens on the field, absolutely embarrassing. Thank God we got a guy like Bowen. Absolute levels. If we didn't have him, where would we actually be? How many points has he saved us this season? What would we do without him? Almost won it in the last minute with a with a JWP free kick. Do you want to tell them just how close that free kick was?
It was very close.
You thought it was going to go in.
I thought it was going to go.
I was about to launch my phone about 3 decades far. It was mental. We played not to lose. We played negative, unattacking football. How can you pass it round the how can you pass it round the back and show no pressure going forward? When the game was there to win. I finally calmed down after they took Richarlison off. Thank God, if they didn't take him off, I was pretty sure he was going to score against us again. He absolutely loves the back of the net against the Hammers. This was 2 teams who lacked ambition and deserve to be where they are this season. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Absolutely fucking shocking. I suppose 1-1 was a fair result in the end, but it's still not good enough for the team we are supposed to be and this new manager that we brought in. I was getting all big bollocks. The Potter era. Potter. Useless. I'll give him 1 more season. He needs to do some business in the summer. If not, as well as him, I'm out. We should be mathematically clear now, and we are. But we shouldn't be where we are anyway.
Do you feel better now?
Do you think I got it all?
I was going to say, can you breathe?
1 take. Yeah. Monday. Your actual birthday.
My actual birthday. Woke up early again.
I'm going to take 5 minutes. You take this.
Woke up early again. I woke you up. And then you were like, oh, for fuck's sake again. And I said, well, this time you cannot say no. And then again, you were like, oh, for goodness sake. We got up. We met my family again because we came downstairs. They said happy birthday to me. They brought me the, how do you say, like a cup stand of a turtle shape.
Oh, I could insert picture here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
At least we said it this time where it is. You'll remember. So basically when you press it, it just...
It's an absolutely waste of fucking shit piece of cunt that is off of TikTok. It's a waste of everyone's time. It does nothing for no one. And of course, Tanya wants it.
I wanted... Well, first of all, I thought it would make noise. And then also...
It does make noise.
It's you.
No, but I'm going to insert me doing this with it. Well, I hope I am, because this might sound really weird.
And then the only reason why I asked for it, I knew it would be the cheapest one because I knew my family would be doing the food, they would do the barbecue, they paid for the cake as well, they didn't want to take the money, and they were not hosting us, but like keeping us there. And I just didn't want them to spend more money as well, especially because I found out on that day that we were going to the restaurant as well.
Yes, but before that, I've got a note here. It says, had plans to go to the seaside, but Tanya ruined it.
I didn't ruin
No,
it.
sorry, I read it wrong. Had plans to go to the seaside, but the weather let us down. So I don't know what happened there. Sorry.
It's because Mum said I love the rain and
Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't a vibe to be there. If it was already cold in the wind as it was from the weather we was experienced, it probably would have took you. The wind. Bye, Tanya. Ooh, come back, Wilson. Let's move on. Planes 80th anniversary of Nazi stand down.
VE 80th day.
VE 80 day, whatever it's called.
80th day of VE.
So it says, yeah,
It was meant to be on the 8th of May.
Something like that. The plane's basically flying over in the air. I got a message, quick, go, content. So she said content. That's when I started moving. Missed every single one of them.
Yeah, it was quite a shame because we normally actually catch them, and I do record every single time because and we do have the spot to see them all as well, and it's actually weird because we've lived there for 8 years, and 8 years every single year is just there. And funny enough, in the previous house we also had the same spot as well, but
wasn't quick enough.
if it's not going to be a copyright, you can obviously insert it from someone.
Are you trying to give me more work to do, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I'm on my phone more later, I can be like, oh, this is the part you told me to insert and do more work.
Yeah.
When I shouldn't be doing.
It's the video that I've sent you of the airplanes.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it was loud enough as well. It was just, I don't know, we just missed it.
And everyone was in their lazy mood when I was in my pickup mood because I had my day off.
Yeah, you kept saying, "Oh, hurry up, guys!
Yeah, I was like,
excited!"
blah, blah. And everyone was just like, "Oh,
Charlie, shut up."
Can this English guy shut the fuck up, please? But that was because I took my day off, so I was fresh and full of beans. Eventually, we did get up to go to the Turkish restaurant for Tanya's surprise meal. What did you think of it?
The meal was absolutely
banging.
It was a new restaurant as well. So the food was very fresh and the servers were lovely as well. Well, the server.
Not the customers.
I ain't gonna talk about that because I'm not mentioning that.
Yeah, no, that's right. They shouldn't have spat in your food. It was wrong.
They were assholes.
Yeah. Just for context, just very like, look at me, people. Like, absolutely begging it.
Cake.
The cake. Do you know what your cake was called?
Well, I normally used to call it Colin.
No, your cake was called Charlie, and not for the first time have you absolutely opened me up with a butter knife.
Sounds violent.
I can have that one now. I can have that one.
Maybe beep the first one. My dad gave a wink to a waitress.
Not in that way, in a very like this is our up the sleeve moment. We went and got the cake earlier, just for context.
And bear in mind, I'm finishing my apple juice and I'm finishing the breakfast tea from my sister. And then my dad turns around, he was like, "Stop drinking the tea. Leave it." I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm almost bursting. I need to go to the toilet as well, but you're telling me to keep it cool and keep it calm. My sisters went to the toilet at that time. But at that time, the waitress put the song of the happy birthday, but it was like a kid's happy birthday song. And the waitress were coming out with the caterpillar cake with a candle in the middle.
The Charlie caterpillar cake.
The Charlie caterpillar cake with a candle in the middle. You guys were singing, well, not loud enough, but you were guys singing.
I was singing loud.
Not really.
I was singing loud.
And the waitress looked so confused, looking for the kids. Because the cake obviously was childish and the song was childish, I had to turn around and literally shout at every single waitress saying, "It's actually for me, I'm 27.
So we sung it again?
Not once. My sisters came out because I wanted to share the moment as well. I said, "Can we do that again?" So you guys started to sing it, and then I blew out the candle with my sisters as well. Then I've cut the cake. We've saved the head for... I can't even say it now.
I've ruined your fun.
You ruined it.
You cut the top of the cake.
I cut the top of a cake. for my sisters, and the rest we told to share with the two.
Yeah, there was a lovely old couple next to us. So Tanya done her good deed for the day, which I don't know why she does it when she's out, because she doesn't do it in any other aspect of her life.
That's rude.
Sorry.
So we gave the slices to the two old people and the crew of the restaurant.
Oh, yeah. They probably put that straight in the bin.
Probably.
No,
They got all the baklava over there, fresh one, which I was actually about to order, and I did tell my mom, can I order it? And she was like, no, wait. It was before the cake. We came back to home. You and Dad had a couple of beers outside talking whilst my mum...
Oh, yeah.
Me and my mum were watching TV show.
Yeah, and then it was go home time.
It was, yeah.
We went to my mum's on Tuesday. You finally got your gift. What did you think of your gift?
I was shocked. I was really shocked. I did call you an idiot. Stupid, whatever lovely names I called you, because you spend too much money.
Yeah, but YouTube's going so well right now with the pods. They said this is so good. We're gonna give you 28 views and a watch, and I went, thank you. I'll give it to Tanya.
So for the reference, Charlie gifted me a Apple Watch.
Nothing major, nothing more than what you deserve, for sure.
Well, it's still a lot, because I don't like when people spend a lot of money on me. I really don't.
But you're worth it. Every penny.
Thank you, but next.
No, like, why don't you just speak about how grateful you
No, I was.
you are?
Obviously, I'm grateful.
Just tell me how good I am for an hour.
You hear that every single day. No, it was a lovely gift. I was surprised. I did kind of guess it, because I thought it was just a normal watch.
You thought it was some like charity shop 30 quid watch that you would have bought from a stall that they probably paid barely a fiver for. You got a proper nice watch.
I've seen it up. I've got my Minnie Mouse telling me.
I know you don't stop talking to it. So I'm.
It's 9:06.
It's 9:06, gonna, and it's addictive for you for sure.
It is.
And then my mum made you lasagna and a white chocolate cheesecake.
Oh, the
that was your
lasagna
birthday
was
meal and dessert.
Banging. The white chocolate cheesecake was fine as well. It was really nice. And then your sister came over with her partner. They gave me sweets, the flowers, and then Mr. Grey.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
No, it's the...
You don't need me anymore.
Well, that's what you
I'll go and find my own Mr. Grey.
No, I've been gifted...
It won't take me long.
I've been gifted a pregnancy pillow, which I've been trying to buy.
Well, you should give it its real name, really. The mattress that you put on top of the mattress.
Oh, yeah, because... No.
Yeah.
What?
It's fucking massive, that's what I'm trying to say.
It is massive. And the cover is grey. That's why the name of it is
Well, it's called Christian. Then,
Mr. Grey. No, I'm not going to call him Christian.
Why not?
No, I'll just call him Grey, Mr. Grey.
Are you questioning people's faiths? Are you Don Charles?
Are we back to the first topic?
I wanted to make it full circle. I saw an opportunity and I took it. Sorry.
Circle of life?
Circle of life.
Okay, you absolutely hate it now.
What?
The pillow, because you
I
can't...
don't mind. I'm not part of the crew anymore.
Yeah,
so
every
like,
morning
yeah.
you're waking up, you're like, I didn't hug you and you didn't hug me.
I was asked you, how was your night? When do you think you return to Love Island? Because it looks like you're on your own fucking dinghy in that thing, rowing away forever.
I did put it away today.
Honestly, you're so far away, and obviously I can't see her because it's the size of the sky. It's not like it was. We've changed. Something has entered our relationship and it will not go.
It was Mr. Grey.
So for my week off, I spent it doing your birthday, spending it in here, moving some stuff around for baby.
Just stop like that.
Because you're not saying the name. So
Okay.
baby.
All right.
Otherwise we're gonna have to make up another name.
The little bug.
Baby bug.
Baby bug.
Baby bug. Okay. Setting everything up for baby bug. So we just got rid of a shitload of stuff. Like I'm talking like just emptying storage, emptying Nana, emptying Narnia.
Call it hobby hole.
Yeah. obviously the desk, going through clothes. Yeah, loads of stuff. So we're just like, I mean, we live in a shoebox anyway, but like, it's an empty shoebox now. Again, ready for baby bug. And that's what I wanted my week to not only just be like getting my head together, making a plan, getting a routine, and getting back on my shit, as they say, but also like progressing things forward and
because
getting
obviously
it ready.
we need to get things now, and we are able to do that.
I've got a note here. It says that my flat looks so empty now. It looks like we've been robbed.
It does feel like that, because you can literally actually dance there now, you know.
Yeah. Right. My question of the week. You've still got one more after this. Do not forget your question. Viral internet sensation question. Who would win, Tanya, between 100 men and one silverback gorilla?
One
silverback gorilla.
Gorilla.
Why?
Well, first of all, gorilla will have more strength. It's more clever. It can climb. It can hide. It can run. It's much stronger as well. So when a gorilla will kill, I'll say 10 people, 10 men in this case.
The first 10 are done.
The first 10.
With one swipe. Easy.
The next 5 men will try to cut the gorilla, which just will be a little scratch for the gorilla, because obviously they are used to the wild environment. So
they could also be at sync, these people too.
Exactly, yeah, they can be. But that's an example. And obviously the gorilla will get more aggressive, so he will be just running around trying to climb maybe on the roof, rest a little bit whilst the men try to get the gorilla. But whilst they're trying to get the gorilla, they're wearing themselves off, as in they will get tired.
Yeah,
and when they get tired, gorilla will attack them. So there will be...
Well, a gorilla doesn't have a lot of stamina, but for them 5-10 minutes that it's active,
yeah,
it's gonna just be swiping men like left, right, and centre. And also you've got to remember with the men, it's 100 men. They're not gonna be in coordination with every single one person. And as soon as they see, I don't know, 20 to 25 just get fucking melted, they're gone.
They'll be run away.
There's
well.
like 50% of them are gone, so then you're only left with another 50 that I think over time and strategically, using this animal brain, it will just slowly walk them down, throw them against trees. It probably would actually stop trying to kill them. It would just slowly just walk them down.
So you also think that gorilla will win?
I also think that a gorilla would win, but I can understand an argument for like if 100 men in coordination with a strategy, they probably could take one down. But you've got to think realistically with a human brain. As soon as they see like, can you imagine what's going to happen to them 10 people? Like, them first 10 who go in for the haymakers and they just get dropped like a sentence. So many people are going to go. Like,
so many.
I also asked AI if you're interested.
Oh, go on. What that brainwash will tell you.
So
tell you.
I'll just tell you the main points and then maybe we'll expand on them after. You're saying that this is an argument for the men, right? That there's strength in numbers. They would have a weight advantage, but obviously they wouldn't be able to apply that weight instantly because it's not one man, it's 100 men. Like I was saying, like the strategy could work if they actually have one. Sacrifices could work, which I think it probably means like, say like when them first lot are gone, maybe they see that, maybe they're like human nature kicks in.
Maybe.
Tools or the environment. I mean, I don't know what that's going to do to the silverback gorilla, personally. Fatigue factor, as in, obviously, the gorilla would wear down quite fastly. Against So why the gorilla would win: insane power, panic factor, as in it will just see red and go skits for them 5 or 10 minutes. It's got no coordination, so its limbs are just going like this.
Yeah. I could change it on the ring.
Yeah. Like proper slinky arms, like they're gonna go mental. Obviously, a gorilla speed, you ain't moving if it's getting you. Sheer intimidation, size, and in close quarters, which I suppose what I'm ending my argument with. Eventually, it will just walk to each one. The imposing size alone will probably just make them die of pure fear. I've got some funny reasons. Jason from HR finally snaps. Just goes full Karen mode and just like, what are you doing, dickhead? Well, leave us alone. Who do you think you're fucking with us? You're one gorilla. There's 100 of us. R.I.P. Jason. 20 of them are gym bros. Everyone thinking they've got the same punch as Captain America, most likely. 5 dads with ladders. I read that and instantly thought builders would just throw bricks from a massive height. That's the first thing I thought when I read that. TikTok live pressure. Try and stage it out. Try and see if it will hold up to the spotlight. At least 10 will think it's a team building exercise. Reasons why the gorilla will be funny addition. Half of the group shows up hungover. Everyone argues about the plan for 15 minutes. This is why humans would lose. One guy tries to befriend it. Yeah, any expansion on your point from them points?
Well, it did literally cover what I've said, but it just
differently.
Differently, to be fair. Because why would you even bring a ladder? Because that's a playground for gorilla.
I don't know how much the equipment's actually going to help him.
It's not.
Like, I feel like it's more of a hint. Like, if you had a ladder, I can imagine him just swiping the ladder and hitting you with it and taking out your 10 guys.
I mean, if we're talking about the fair fight, as in just 100 men versus gorilla,
I don't think you can add the equipment. That's
what I'm saying. Like,
this is hand-to-hand combat.
Exactly.
Right?
If it's a hand-to-hand, then 100% gorilla will win. If we're talking about equipment, we can have guns, we can have knives and everything. So that would obviously give more chances to kill the gorilla, you know. But we're talking about hand-to-hand, so 100% gorilla will win.
I don't understand these people, like, because there are people who are saying like not even 100. Like, I reckon 10 of like me. I'm what, not me. The people that are saying this. 10 of my mates could take it down, and I think they'll get a reality shot one day very quickly. Also, I'm waiting for Mr. Beast to simulate this as an actual video for his YouTube one day. He sounds like something out of a fucking Squid Game.
Can't wait for that.
So yeah, I think our answer's gorilla, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, leave your comments on your your argument, and obviously who you think would win in that scenario. That was a good little segment, wasn't it?
It was.
And now we can do your question.
So the last question.
Look, you've even got a little space here. Look, it says Tanya's question.
Priority. No, I've asked you
Is
one.
it as good as my question though?
No.
Even though my question I didn't even think about it, it's just current news. So.
I'm not talking about current news or anything.
Grow up.
Grow up. No, it links to a baby bug as well.
Oh, more baby bug stuff. Oh.
No, remember how we...
Oh. What are we talking about now? No, go on.
Remember how we were talking about what creative skills our daughter will pick from us? Do you still think the same, or anything changed after learning that she's already kicking to your character playing a guitar?
Well, side note, I am going to learn a guitar so I can teach her it.
Right.
For sure. I know that has nothing to do with the question, really. But I've always just wanted to make noise from it, and I do that very well.
Without guitar.
and without the guitar. But I want to learn, like, music theory, like really break it down, learn scales, learn bridges, and that, just so that I can show it off, teach her. That's a skill that could like lead into music, like a whole different world, like that. A world that I would have wanted to do if I could have had my time and go back. I probably wouldn't change anything, even if it was offered. But I always wanted to do music. I found it later in my life. I think it's something that should have been introduced to me instantly, apart from CDs and radio. That doesn't count. No, I still think I'll take the girl to football. I still think I'll do what I want to do with the kid until it finds the thing. So like you're taking her to her things, I'm taking her to my things. Eventually, she's got to choose the thing that she wants to do, right?
So you will let her to choose instead
I let her explore everything.
Explore it.
Yeah.
So even if it would be just one day course with the drawing, one day course with the guitar, and then you're like, you know what? Yes, I've spent money, but at least she will
I'm
know
not going to
exactly.
charge her like being a tutor on guitar. I mean, I could do. It's not a bad idea.
But all I'm saying, after, even if you did go to a private tutors, if you did, would you still say, oh, okay, she did have just one day each, and she did feel how it is in that industry. Now I'm gonna let her choose what she wanna do, unless she wants to take a break, and then she will come to you and be like, "Oh, Dad, you know what? I wanna do."
Yeah, she can do whatever she wants to do. Yeah, but obviously your question is like, what do I think she's gonna do? And I think she'll be a bit of a tomboy. I think she won't be like a girly girl.
No, I don't
past
see that
when
too.
she.
I don't. I don't see that too. That
Yeah, so if you think about it, either way, I've won. As I'm still taking her to football, I've won. Anyway, right? I'm thinking lots of football, maybe some instruments. I feel physical. I think she'll be really creative too, and I think she'll be a great podcaster one day. Maybe just.
Oh, that'll be hilarious. Just baby words.
Just like her dad and her mum, you're a great podcaster too.
Co-host.
No, your podcast. This wouldn't be possible without you. Remember, I'm on episode 2 already.
Give it more.
My streak is 3 on episode 3. Technically 2, but don't count that pilot, especially in the amount of breaks that are in it. Without you, I wouldn't be doing this. So, you gotta pat yourself on the back for that one.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I think she'll just grow up seeing lots of like drawing, painting, recording, filming. YouTube's gonna be on 24/7. She'll adopt this world, which is
reading.
Yeah, reading. Everything we do, she'll just be introduced to it, and she's
cooking
just
omelets in the morning.
Omelets, yeah. And she'll just pick one of them. She'll just go down that lane. But is your question like career wise, or just
no, not career wise?
As a kid.
As a kid.
See, I see her like wanting to go to football games with me and.
So
whatever females do. Whoa! No sexism in this podcast, please. No.
So because you're saying that you're gonna take your daughter to footballs, will you have the same feeling as you would be taking your boy to a football? Because be like, oh, dad is taking the son. They're gonna have a little lad team play with like your friends and everything to play football, but then you're gonna bring the daughter, which is a girl.
Same thing. Either way, like football doesn't choose gender. Football is football. Such a modern man, I know. Honestly,
almost choked on my water.
You have no idea how lucky you are. Honestly. Well, same question for you though. Your own question back.
I do still think that she will be creative. I don't think she will be wasting her time. As in, yes, she will be, of course, playing with her friends around when she grows up.
She'll have time for people, just like her mum. She's so right.
She will. She will have time. But obviously, she will be more monitored. Not as in, like, freaking monitored, but we will try
Definitely monitor better than adolescence.
Oh, 100%. Fucking hell, that movie haunted me. No, but at least we will not 100%, but 90% know exactly what she's doing, and if we can be there for her.
Yeah.
But when she's a kid, 100%, if she wants to do something new, or she wants to go outside the rain, when, you know me, I love raining.
Yeah.
If she wants to go outside under the rain just to dance or splash the puddles and everything, I'm like, yeah, of course, take your dad. He has to do that.
Well, no, rain would be more you.
That would be me.
Yeah.
I can't say no to that.
But
Or if she wants to take a paint and just like, you know what, I want to change the whole room into green, pink, and yellow. I was like, you know what, you're like your nan.
yeah. But I think I know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be baby. That's just like that's standard, right?
Mm.
Then it'll be a Disney phase. Then it'll be like a pink princess phase.
It will be.
And then I think she'll break into a boy phase.
Yeah.
Then the stage no father wants to see, which is the teenage stage,
I'm dreading.
and constantly sending her upstairs.
If
Try again.
But no, obviously it's far off to think about it, but then
No, but of course
it will
you've got
come
to think,
into your
you've got to
mind.
wander your mind like that. Like it's the same as like, I don't think about what would it be if it was a boy kind of thing in my brain now. I just think of the kid. Like I'm not looking for the first point with my son now. I'm looking for the first point with my kid.
Yeah.
That's going to be so special. It doesn't matter about the gender. So, any other questions?
Now you got your
No.
2 instead of 1.
Well, I've done my question. Obviously, my question was important for the podcast. We need the views. So, obviously, that was my question this week. Well, we would have done what you fucking watching, but we can't do that now because Tanya dropped the ball an hour off and she
How?
didn't remember anything.
No, all I remember was Camp.
What?
What we were watching.
Oh, some Netflix show called Camp. Insert image here.
No, it wasn't. Well, it did. The second one was Camp, but the first one started with B.
Survival Camp.
No.
Bastard Camp.
No.
Brick Camp.
No.
Bell End Camp.
I can't remember. You will just insert the picture.
Anyway, insert name and picture here. We nailed that in one day. There's like 12 episodes, right?
There was 10 episodes.
There's 10 episodes we done in one day. The only thing I can remember off the top of my head, and Tanya's really let us down here, so leave it in the comments. When is What Are We Fucking Watching coming back? That'll obviously be next week now. Shocking, I know. The only thing I'm thinking is that Black Mirror episode with the woman, the mum who ended up being the killer.
Oh, you're right, darling.
Yeah, I can't remember what that episode was called.
Get in the car.
She's like, they're in, what is it, like a villagey thing.
So it was something about
Small local town.
Remaking a history about something that happened in a town many years ago.
Small suburban knit together town. Everyone knows everyone kind of vibe. There's this family.
2 people got kidnapped.
2 people got kidnapped and tortured.
Apparently a policeman was trying to...
Who was the dad?
It was the dad of the main...
No, it was the brother.
No, it was the father.
No, because the father was the one doing it.
No, the father was a policeman. He was the second guy helping the actual serial killer wherever he was. Not serial killer, but like...
Oh, yeah, because the cop shot himself.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, so...
And then she turned...
She was the wife of the cop.
Someone's recording them. I can't remember who.
They were recording themselves.
For their own thing, but somebody burnt them onto... It makes me chilly even to talk about this. They burn it onto VHS, which is video. And then they leave it up there as in they're recording episodes of this favourite season. The boy then pulls the mum in to tell the tale, because obviously she was around that time, but he didn't realise she was directly involved in it.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, imagine if it was filmed. But it was filmed, she just didn't know.
No, she did know, but she basically didn't realise that the son actually had the video cassettes been watched for the documentary that they're trying to create for...
No, she didn't know that the videos existed.
They did. She did.
Oh. Let's not disagree on it, but you're wrong.
I'm pretty sure she did.
No,
because she said...
Because she's shocked. Because she goes, oh.
No, I thought
she wouldn't go like that, like, oh, he's seen them. She's going, oh, the footage is there.
Because I remember her pulling it out, the cassette, and it says whatever the Berkland name of the series that she loved.
Of what they've done.
And then she just realised that the cassette has what they've done to the couple.
She wouldn't have allowed that in the house if she knew that it was there, because then she'd know that she was sitting on evidence. That's why she says that comment in the chair. Oh, could you imagine if it was filmed? So she wouldn't have known.
But then, don't you think if she did know, she wouldn't just say, "Oh,
but she
for
wouldn't.
your film
She wouldn't hide them
from mum."
She wouldn't hide them in plain sight. She just wouldn't do that. That makes no sense. There's nothing that she gained from that. If she was proud of it and she knew that the videos existed, she would have kept them somewhere and either had like a mural or just hid them completely. She didn't know that them films were that. She just thought that they were the recordings of her favourite show that day.
Maybe.
But anyway, then the girlfriend of the guy finds out. She's watching them. The mum sees it.
Mum makes the shepherd pie.
She's making a shepherd pie. She's spreading it with a fucking spatula like it's a knife, and she's gonna shivvy someone up any fucking second. She's really calm, collected, but she knows that something's going on. The girlfriend manages to escape.
She wanted to go outside. She pretended to go outside to have fresh air.
She's gone upstairs. She's seen what she's watching. So then she's driving up really slowly in a car. And then I'll let Tanya talk about it.
You can't deal with that
because I can't
scene.
deal with it.
So the girlfriend is just walking.
I hope we've made up for Tanya dropping the ball here. I'm just saying. I didn't want to talk about it.
You just mentioned Black Mirror yourself.
No, what? I'm saving you here.
So the girlfriend is just walking through the road, trying to get the service because obviously it's a village and she can't get anything. And the mother is just driving slowly with the car, saying, "Oh, you're right, darling. It's very late. Get in the car." And the girlfriend refuses. Obviously, mother gets really angry. She says, "Get in the car." And the girl started to run.
She runs through the field. She jumps the wall, and then she hides underneath the wall so she can't see her when she gets her light out.
The torch, yeah. And then the girl tries to cross like a river.
It's kind of like a valley kind of thing, isn't it?
And because
like
it was
shallow, watery.
Yeah,
thing.
And because it has rocks inside, she slips and she bangs her head, and she just flows away with the face down in the water. The mother starts screaming, saying how badly she fucked up.
I mean, I can do this. Bit
no, because you're gonna scream.
We can just change the word. Cat.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Then mother gets back into the house. She wears the carnival mask on that she was using before whilst they were torturing the kids, the couple.
And then she leaves the note which confirms what I'm saying for your thing, because she now knows what's on them VHSs, and because she knows if now there's footage of it, she can give that to him, which is a sick kind of present anyway. Not sick as in amazing, sick as in dark as fuck. He then wins the BAFTA. So
she kills herself.
Yeah, she and fucking right too. I don't feel sorry for her. I'm not saying this is nothing to do with suicide either. I'm just saying she was a piece of shit, and also it's fictional. So
yeah, so she kills herself.
Yeah.
And because I thought it was for the school. What's it called? Like a project, but because he was working in like a newspaper, whatever it was.
He's learning. It's a thing for his school project, but he's got his own thing going along with it. They all make this thing for their film for either their school project or something like that. He obviously wins that. It then goes on further. It's either a BAFTA or an Oscar. I can't remember. it might be I don't know. One of them. He wins it, but he's still not happy. He's still got the note that she wrote, which said, "For your project," and it kind of stops there.
Yeah,
right?
that kind of stops.
But go give it a watch if you are. I'm not a fan of horror. I'm not a fan of creepy stuff. I can watch quite violent stuff like Impact and that. I don't really have a problem with creepy vibes. Motherfucker, if that's what you like, this is what you need to watch.
It's
because
plus 18.
she's so silently chilling. It's actually scary. That could be anyone's mum, anyone's nan. It is just.
All I can say was season.
It's sinister.
6.
It's sinister. It is.
It's season 6, so we can find the episode. And
Yeah. I'll leave all that, but that's obviously if you haven't already watched it.
But yeah, she was.
But that was one that was worth talking about for sure. And yeah, unless you got anything else to say, I'd say that's
it.
what.
Yeah.
You got anything to promote? You got anything going on that you want the people to know about? Shout out your social media or
My social media.
no, I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna shout my
So
social.
I'm just. It's just.
Whoever wants to find me will find me.
That mum might find you.
Please, I will find you first.
Cat. No, if she
We'll
got,
find you
I'm just
first.
start screaming cat at her. It's just fuck her brain up.
Well, she's dead. How she's gonna scream?
Well, yeah, true that. Yeah, she's probably still swinging.
Well, careful. But Tanya.
I'm definitely having nightmares about it tonight, for sure. Yeah,
The light is not helping as well now.
no, it looks like I'm about to do an autopsy or something. No, but it looks like, you know when you do photographs and then you look at them on the things and they've got them on the string.
Oh yeah, you do.
It does. What?
We need to watch a movie tonight.
Okay. Is it anything to do with podcasts? You don't want to say anything that's coming up, any appointments you got, anything like that? Anything that's going to run into next week to give them an idea or like a little preview or anything like that?
I really don't have any appointments yet or anything. Just work. Probably.
Possibly Southend.
Possibly,
So stay
but
tuned.
I don't think so.
That is an argument for after the podcast.
It might not happen, so I'm not really getting excited.
We'll see.
We'll see,
But we could have a big weekend coming up and more things to talk about. But we will be back next week regardless. We're just a little bit late this week.
Just excited for the next week to buy things for the kid. Like essentials.
Yeah, I can imagine your Shein is gonna get
Blasted.
used. Yeah.
Your mum's delivery will be.
Oh, mine will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll share some stuff that I'm up to, and then we'll wrap it if you want.
Yeah.
So just dropped my new single, Big Bad Dabz. Go give that a listen. It's a retro-y kind of like, if you found it in, I don't even want to say this now. I was gonna say like if you found it in your mum's drawers, and it's just the wrong choice of words. If you found like your parents' vinyls and you put them on, it's supposed to sound like that. It's supposed to sound quite similar, quite old. If music was made back then, what it would sound like. But it's a fun, get up and dance kind of track. Lots of lyrical stuff going on too. Give it a listen. It basically is about the start of my 20s and now coming towards the end of them, how life has changed, but I'm still trying to be that free-spirited person. And then obviously I was just going to say, if you can share the podcast with your friends on the Facebooks or on the Instagrams, just tell them to give it a listen. There'll probably be something in there. I am doing shorts now, so hopefully I can tailor videos to people a bit better to give them a taste of the podcast in general. And very soon I should be starting my album, so look out for that around September time. Obviously there'll be teasers and that dropping the whole time.
Yeah, you don't have much time left as well.
And I have to get this album up before we have the kid, because
Before that.
I don't know when the next one's going to come out. So if I miss the boat on this one, then I really am fucked. But yeah, that's along with doing the podcast. along with doing my daily shorts, along with doing the boxing videos. You know, mad. Busy.
Busy.
Let's do what we always do now. Tanya, outro the podcast. There's no one note, so I don't know. Wait, I don't know what you're looking for.
I don't know what you're asking me for.
No, but this is
Thank you for listening.
And my new favourite thing to do is just to put you on the spot when it comes to an outro, because every week it will just get funnier. But one week you'll nail it.
One day.
Go on, give it your best shot.
Thank you for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave your comments. Maybe some topics you would like to hear from us. Maybe some relationship advice. Maybe some.
What do you need that for?
Well, not you.
Oh, okay. Them.
Maybe how do we feel like as a new parenting to be as well, or maybe work-wise as well, because we do work for 2 different industries, or maybe I don't know. See, it's getting better.
It's a long outro. Thank you guys for listening. You've been amazing as always. Please check out the podcast, and even more importantly, as I've just said before, make sure you share it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Your boy Dabs out. Next week we'll be back. And better than ever, giving you more laughs and more sonic greatness for your earlobes. Please make sure that if you kick over bins, you're also wrapped in plastic. Dabs and Satan out. Bye, motherfucker!